So welcome to my almost end of 2022 everyday carry. This is the stuff I use all the time. A lot of the stuff in this video I've been using for 3 years, right? I don't believe on upgrading for the sake of upgrading or for a video, right? That'd be crazy and a waste of actual resources. Now don't get me wrong, I do upgrade phones and laptops every year, but that's because I'm a reviewer and I have to get these products into the studio to review, so they're here anyways. But a lot of the other stuff I use is stuff I've been using literally for 3 years. Like this backpack, for example, the AER Everyday Backpack. Like, look at this thing. There's white stains on it. Oh, don't make a comment. There's white stains on it from excessive use. You have little scratches, but nothing's ripping. There's a tiny little hole here, but it's still in fantastic condition. And I feel like this is the best way to really understand a product's quality. Is it good or not? And does it stand the test of time? And this guy is definitely standing the test of time. Like, even the straps are in excellent condition. They're not ripping, and I've stuck like heavy 17-inch gaming laptops in here, even though this is a 15-inch bag, and nothing has ripped at all. There's tons of pockets. For example, the front pocket has a lot of little spaces where you can place phones and knickknacks and whatever you want. And then you have a separate space for an actual tablet, plus more stuff like your shoes or a shirt. And then on the back, you have your actual laptop space. Now, you can't get this specific model anymore, but there is a newer version of it that they have on their website. Now, the laptop I'm using, I've been testing out for the past couple of weeks. It's the LG Gram 16 and LG Gram Plus View, which is a portable monitor that complements the LG Gram lineup. Now, LG was kind enough to partner on this part of the video, but the crazy thing is that the combined weight of both the LG Gram 16 and LG Gram Plus View is only 4.1 pounds. That's lighter than a MacBook Pro 16, and I'm getting double the screen real estate. There's plenty of I/O to use with 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, 2 USB-A, micro SD card slot, and an HDMI port, so I don't have to carry any dongles. And it comes with the latest 12th gen Intel Core processor, a fast NVMe SSD, and Wi-Fi 6E. The LG Gram 16 and LG Gram Plus View has a 16-inch display, but it's 16 by 10, which means 11% more vertical space than most 16 by 9 laptops. The display has had its brightness bumped up compared to last year's model, and now has anti-glare, which reduces the amount of reflection. Color gamut and color accuracy is fantastic, and the LG Plus View has the same screen, so colors look equivalent on both displays. The LG Gram Plus View can be used in portrait or landscape mode, but I personally prefer portrait. The LG Gram 16 and LG Gram Plus View is perfect to edit short-form vertical content like Reels and YouTube Shorts. The LG Gram Plus View remains in portrait mode, so that I get a proper representation of what the video will look like when I export it, but if you decide to use it in landscape mode, you'll have a 32 by 10 aspect ratio. They bumped up the webcam to Full HD, so the overall video quality looks better, but the most interesting feature is LG Glance by Mirametrix. It uses AI to offer reactive-based assistance. For example, if you're using the computer and it detects someone else looking at the screen, it will automatically blur it. Or if I have the LG Gram Plus View connected and I look at the second display, it will move the cursor automatically to the screen I'm looking at. There's digital wellness features to help keep your posture straight, and Smart Play, which pauses the video when you walk away from the laptop. Battery life has been fantastic. LG states up to 20 hours of video playback, but I got around 11 hours and 18 minutes using PCMark's Modern Office Test, which combines conference calls, office work, and idle time. Honestly, if you're looking for something really portable with the most screen real estate possible, this combination is kind of nice, you know? It's like having a mobile office in your bag. I think if you're a student, this would be a fantastic choice, or someone who travels a lot. If you're interested in checking out the LG Gram 16 or LG Gram Plus View, there will be links in the description down below. Now, the phone comes down to 2 choices. Usually I only carry one, but lately I've been carrying 2 because I cannot stop using the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Honestly, this thing is so much fun, right? When it's closed, I have a normal phone. When I pop it open, I have a massive 7-inch display. In fact, this has replaced my iPad mini that I used to keep in my bag. The iPad mini just stays at the studio now. Sometimes I use it as a teleprompter or a little device when I need it. But in my bag, the Z Fold 4 is remaining. It's just so much fun to play with. But the main device, the one that I use, let's say 80% of the time, is the iPhone 14 Pro. And look, I'll be honest with you, it's not much of an upgrade from the 13 Pro. So if you have a 13 Pro, you have nothing to be jealous about. But I think the upgrades to iOS 16 itself is really the true champion. It just makes the phone a lot more fun to use. I prefer the size of the iPhone 14 Pro. It just feels a lot better in the hand. And I also love the black color this year. I mean, like, look at this. This is probably one of the nicest looking blacks they've ever used on an iPhone. Now, on top of that, the battery life has been worse than the previous 13 Pro. I do have always on display enabled right now, but usually I have it off. I do find I get better battery life, and I'm using the Apple silicone case. I'm still using the Apple leather wallet from last year. Yes, the colors clash, but I'm not gonna upgrade to the similar color just for the sake of having the newer color. This one is still working great. And as you can see here, you know, it's kind of getting worn in a bit to give it that leather vintage look. It is MagSafe compatible, so if this ever gets disconnected from my phone, I can use Find My to locate it. Here's a little life hack for you guys, okay? You saw it here first, okay? You can use this wallet as a stand for your phone. So if you take it off and then you rest it like this, boom, you have yourself a vertical stand, okay? Simple, it's there, and it's convenient. You can do the same thing if you wanna put the phone in portrait mode. You just rest the wallet under the lip, and again, you have yourself another stand. Now, unfortunately, I just started wearing reading glasses over the past couple of years, and I'm still using the same pair. This is the Ray-Ban Lettards. That's the name of the frame. These are prescription glasses that I bought from clearly.ca. As you can see, I haven't aped them yet and broke them. They're still in fantastic condition. Surprisingly, I haven't broke them yet because usually I'm pretty clumsy, but they've been good, you know, like they fit my face perfectly. I think they give me a good look, and they help with my right eye, which needs plus 1.5 now. So not like crazy bad eyesight, but obviously with age, your eyes start to deteriorate. Now the watch choice is the Apple Watch Ultra. This is an expensive product. No, I am not a professional athlete or a goat herder, but I bought it for two specific reasons. One, it has a bigger display, and the battery life is much better than the Series 8. No, it's not on the level of Garmin's and all those other watches. They still have a way better battery life, but I like wearing an Apple Watch. I still think it's one of my favorite Apple products, period. I just love using it for sleep tracking, for tracking calories. I do work out. I work out 3 to 4 days a week doing weights, and then the rest of the days I'm running. You know, maybe not like a marathon, maybe only like 5 to 7 kilometers, but I'm out there doing my work, right? And why can't a normal person like myself just buy it for the bigger display and battery life? Why do I need to be a goat herder or a shark chaser to get this thing? Right? So yeah, I like it. I also think the design looks great, even though a lot of people would disagree. You know, I have bigger biceps, right? But I have skinnier forearms just because I have very long arms. And I feel like the chunky size of the watch kind of makes all that equal. Now I do carry a mouse pad because sometimes you need a mouse pad for the surface that you're using, or if you want to game a bit, I do find using a mouse pad to provide a better experience. And I've been carrying a SteelSeries QCK mouse pad for the past 3 years. This is the exact same mouse pad that I've shown you guys in other videos. It's small, it easily folds up or rolls up and fits in your bag perfectly. Now the mouse I did switch out. I was using the Logitech G305 for the past few years. Fantastic mouse, very happy with it, but I just prefer this Razer Mini Pro. Like this thing is just smaller than the G305 and it has Bluetooth along with a dongle. So I have the option to use both. Very important if all your ports on your laptop is being used. I can just connect this via Bluetooth instead of having to worry about using a dongle. It is a bit heavier, but it's smaller, so the trade-off is kind of equal. Now I do carry an external drive with me because I edit video sometimes at home or sometimes at the office, and it's just easier to go back and forth with an external drive. I've been using the Samsung T7 Shield. This has fairly good read and write speeds, around 1,000 megabytes a second. It's durable, like this is their durable version of the regular T7, and it has this like rubber texture around the actual drive. It's dust resistant, it's water resistant up to a certain point, and I just feel a lot more comfortable traveling with this. Like when this is in my bag and things are hitting it, I'm not worried about losing my information because the durability happens to be there. Buy an e-reader, okay? Don't use an iPad, don't use a Galaxy Z Fold to read books. The displays on those are constantly refreshing. When you get to certain brightnesses, there can be a little bit of PW and flicker. Using an e-reader is a lot better for your eyes. Your eyes will thank you later because the screen doesn't have to constantly refresh, right? Like it's static when the page changes and you don't get as much blue light emission while you're using it. You'll just have a much more enjoyable experience reading books with a proper e-reader rather than using a tablet or a Galaxy Z Fold. So get a Kindle, get a Kobo, I don't care which one, just do it if you're reading a lot. Now I do have a second wallet where I keep all my other cards because I can't fit 15 cards in my Apple Wallet, but the rest of the cards that I very rarely use stay inside of this Ridge wallet. Now I saw a bunch of YouTubers advertise this, so I had to test it out for myself. It's expensive. I paid like $125 Canadian. Like don't get me wrong, it's a good wallet. It's carbon fiber, it's light, it's durable, it has RFID. There's a little money clip for the money that I never have in here, but it's not $125 good, you know? Like I feel like this should be priced no more than 50 bucks. Like even simple things like taking out all the cards, you have to push them all out to get to the exact cards you want, which is not the most convenient way to access your stuff. And it's just like a little strap with 2 pieces of carbon fiber holding everything together. It's good, I just don't think it's $125 good. Now I leave a controller in my bag. I don't use it that often, to be honest, but it's there when I need it. And it's a custom made Xbox controller where I got to choose the colors of it. I went with a blue on top and then a shinier blue on the back for the triggers, and then on the bottom there's a muted silver. I think it looks clean and classy, and it's there when I need to actually game. Now headphones, I carry usually just one, right? And lately I've been carrying the Google Pixel Buds Pro. I was never a fan of the Pixel Buds. I didn't think they were good with the previous versions, but I'm really liking the Pros. I think they nailed it with these guys. Like these are the AirPods Pro for Android phones. You know, they've been solid. The connection has been solid. The battery life has been good. It has wireless charging. You know, you have good active noise cancellation, and the mics for like talking on are some of the best I've used on headphones. You know, like they're right up there as some of the best mics for call quality. So that surprised me a lot. Now, usually I don't carry over-the-ear headphones because I'm just going back and forth from the house to the office. So I really don't need them. But when I jump on a plane or I go on a train or I travel for the entire day, I put these in. You know, the Sony XM5s are super comfortable, very plush ear pads. The active noise cancellation is insanely good. They're way lighter than the AirPods Max. Right out of the box, the sound quality is very flat, but with proper equalization, the sound quality is actually really good. It pairs nicely with my Galaxy Z Fold 4, and it also works very well with my iPhone 14 Pro. Now, this is probably one of the most underrated items in the video. This is a USB GAN charger. It's 140 watts, and look how small this thing is. I'm gonna show you the adapter for the 16-inch MacBook Pro, for example. This USB GAN charger is 140 watts and happens to be smaller. The beauty about this guy is that you're paying for its size and you get to charge, let's say, a laptop, a smartphone, and one extra device. You don't have to carry additional chargers with you. This just saves so much space and allows you to connect everything. As for my keys, I still carry the exact same AirTag that I showed you guys last year. You can see on the bottom here, it's getting all scratched up. I finally had to change the battery 3 weeks ago. So that's what, about 8 months of use before having to swap out the battery. Same keyring, leather strap to hold it in. And I bought a brand new keychain. This is, I don't know, it's called the Hentis or Hemphis. And it's just a solid metal keychain with a bunch of different divots that I can use for stuff. There's even a little bottle opener at the bottom here in case I ever need to drink a beer and don't have a bottle opener around here. But I bought this so that I can clip it on my bag or clip it inside my bag so I don't lose it so easily. Finally, the last thing, which I think is also a fantastic pickup, is a Scotch-Brite roller. This thing is simply used to get lint off your shirts, which is very important since I'm on camera a lot. I have 2 cats. I don't want little hairs and little pieces of fluff on my shirt when I do a video. So having one of these guys in your bag is just a good way to keep your shirts clean. So yeah, that wraps up my almost end of 2022 everyday tech carry. All the items you see in this video will be in the description down below. I hope you've found this video useful, maybe gave you some ideas for your own personal tech carry, but also let me know what you're carrying in your backpack in the comment section. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.